Okay, why metalheads are happier people? I'm a big metalhead myself, and I'm very interested in what they have to say about this one.
Loud, chaotic, and
I can actually only give you guys a few reasons why metalheads are the happier people, according to me. Aggression. Whenever you listen to heavy music, to heavy guitar riffs, to heavy drum fills, and whenever you are in a mosh pit, it just you release so much anger in that pit by just pushing people. And whenever you go to like a 5-day or 4-day metal festival, you release so much anger and so much frustration from your daily life in that pit that you're literally good to go for an entire year. It's so insane to me how this is just one big therapy session. That's it, boys. That's it.
Heavy metal fans are angry, rowdy people, right? Wrong.
Oh, that is so wrong. That is so wrong.
Metalheads are actually some of the happiest and most peaceful
Oh my
people
god,
around.
look at this dude.
It's even scientifically proven that listening to heavy metal has a positive impact on mental health. How's that, you ask? Well, reason number one is that metalheads feel like...
Oh yeah, the community, bro. Like, I'm not a very social person myself. I usually avoid talking to people, but whenever you are in a festival, a metal festival, or in a mosh pit, you talk to so many different people from all around the world. It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
They're part of one big community. And
Oh,
what
Wacken.
better place to see that
Wacken.
than in metal mecca Wacken. The
Wacken.
small town in Schleswig-Holstein, northern Germany, is home to just 2,000 people. But in August every year, metal fans...
Dude, I swear, it's my big dream to go to Wacken open air one day, because it's like sold out, like the entire festival sold out in like a few days, or even like in one day. And bro, I just really want to go someday.
From around the world flock to Wacken. Some 75,000 have been waiting for this moment. The opening of the so-called Promised Land.
We're really grateful that you've been so loyal to Wacken
It's in Germany, by the way. That Wacken.
and to our crew, to our artists. So we're really proud that you're all here. And now it's open the gate!
Oh, it makes me like, I'm like smiling just watching this. This just makes me so happy, bro. Like, we have a metal festival in Belgium as well. It's called Graspop and Alcatraz. We actually have two of them. And just seeing this, just I can't wait to go. I cannot wait to go.
I'm not joking, I'm crying, guys. It's so emotional for
Look,
me.
they're so happy.
It's
Look at
really
that guy. He's
amazing.
kissing the ground.
Yeah.
He's crying. Don't have any words.
These tough-looking metal fans aren't afraid to express their emotions as they share a moment of communal joy.
I've done other big festivals, but Wacken, that's really huge. People, everyone is friendly, everything is awesome.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
And feels like a family of 75,000 people. That's awesome.
There is truly harmony. There is friendship. There is brotherhood at the festival.
And how do the locals
Look,
feel?
this is in Germany, and you see so many different people from so many different countries just talking to each other and just having fun with each other. It's so
About a horde of
awesome.
partygoers invading their little town every year.
They're all nice people, even though they get a bit tipsy. It's nice to have them here, but it's also nice when they leave, too.
I always say these are the most lovable people you'll ever find. They all stick up for each other and help each other out. There are no brawls. It's just great.
They look so
But why would
dangerous,
heavy
but like
metal
so
of all
happy.
genres have
It's so
such
weird. Look at
easygoing
them.
fans? Why not folk music or some other genre?
They're dancing to Schlager music.
Is there something special about
Okay,
metal?
okay.
It might have to do with
Behemoth.
reason number two. Metal provides an outlet for stress.
Oh yeah, like I said before, whenever you're in that mosh pit, bro, whenever you push people to the side, you can really relieve so much anger and stress from your body. It's like whenever you do that, even if it's not too metal, it is so good for your mental health. And if you can do it with great music, with other people as well, it's so perfect.
And anger.
I'm convinced that metal elicits an effect in us that the ancient Greeks knew about and used in Greek tragedies. It's this theory of catharsis. You can translate that very roughly as cleansing.
Cleansing.
The theory of catharsis originated with Aristotle's theory of tragedy. The ancient Greeks held the view that the audience sympathises with the protagonist in his fate to cleanse themselves of negative emotions, such as fear, anger and grief.
The exciting thing about metal music is that it ventures into very dark places, more than other genres. On the one hand, you've got this very aggressive, often fast, bass-dominant music, which I think is unique to metal. On the other, there's very little other music whose lyrics speak of murder, manslaughter, death and the devil.
Oh yes, that is absolutely insane. If you just look up Cannibal Corpse lyrics and you'll see, of like any other death metal band, the lyrics of these songs, they are... One song is called I Come Blood. Like, what the flip, dude? What the flip?
That's why I think this music can elicit this cleansing effect.
I do get that, you know, if you sing about so much devil shit, about so much dark stuff, and you can release all that dark stuff from your body, it's great. It's just great.
Nico Rosa is one of the leading experts for positive psychology in Germany. Metal musicians affirm his theory of heavy metal's cleansing effect, such as the members of the Ukrainian band IT.
No clue who they are, by the way. No clue. But it's fine, you know, that's the thing, you know, even if you're a small band and you go to one of these festivals, there is definitely going to be so many people just watching you out, just checking you out, just supporting the band. That's so great.
With the people who study something like sport like box, most of people who are boxing, they are very polite, gently people in their regular life, because all their aggression they let at the trainings. So maybe the same thing happens with the rock music. You listen to very powerful, aggressive sounds. After that, you don't need an aggression in your regular life. It's just you put it there, you canalize it in some kind of way. You don't let your aggression.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry for interrupting so much, but some people, whenever they feel angry and they want to release the anger, they fight people. They do stuff like they do robbery. They do bad stuff. But for us metalheads, we have music. Like, I don't see anyone releasing their anger to, like, let's say pop music or EDM music.
Family or your friends, you just listen to her music. You let all aggression there, and in your regular life, you're just a normal person. I guess it works like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Heavy metal then can function as a kind of safe space. Negative emotions can be let loose on stage or in the mosh pit.
Oh my god.
And it does look more fun and more liberating than a therapy session. Which brings us to reason number 3. Metal leads to feelings
just
of
pure
joy
fucking
and
joy, man.
empowerment.
It is, and besides everything that I said before, it's just so much fun as well.
A team of researchers at Macquarie University's Music Lab in Sydney ran a study to see if fans of death metal music had become desensitised to violence. The researchers' findings:
We found that in fact the bias is the same for fans and non-fans of violent music, which suggests that there is no desensitization to violence among fans of death metal music.
I don't know what that
They're
means.
just as empathetic. They're just as sensitive to violent depictions. They care just as much about violence outside of the musical
Oh, did he mean like immune to violence?
context.
to outsiders, heavy metal may well sound aggressive and intimidating, but from their study, the Australian research team concluded that when metal fans hear aggressive metal, they themselves are not feeling aggressive. On the contrary.
The fans are really only extracting the positive qualities of that music and transforming it into an empowering experience.
Oh yeah, definitely.
According to the study, metal actually makes people happy.
Is that Lordy?
But
Yeah, that's
there's
Lordy.
a catch. Metal primarily makes its own fans happy. To everyone else, it can indeed sound intimidating, which negates the positive.
I definitely get that. Like if you show heavy metal music to somebody that is not used to the sound, that's not used to the guitar riffs, I totally get that. If they are like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like this. This is too much for me. I definitely get that. I grew up with this kind of music because of my father. He listened to a lot of metal when I was just a kid. Metallica, AC/DC, all these bands, like all these old bands. No disrespect whatsoever, but just like the older bands. And I grew up with those guitar riffs and I got used to them very quickly. And that's when I just listened to more heavy stuff. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, I can take whatever I want, like death metal, deathcore, whatever. I enjoy it.
Effect. But don't worry, fans of other genres can experience the healing effects of their own music. Researchers in Montreal conducted a study in 2021 and found that music has a great effect on the brain's reward system. When we listen to
that has all to do with dopamine, right? Because if you listen to music, it releases the dopamine in your brains, right? That's how it works, right?
Favourite music, the same areas of the brain are activated as when we consume narcotics.
Okay, is that it? Oh no.
To sum up, the power of music is great, and especially the power of heavy metal. The metalhead community sees itself as one big family. Everyone gets on, and whenever necessary, any aggression or other negative vibes can be headbanged into oblivion.
Yeah, that's what a great video. Like if you want to get into metal, I would say if you want to get into metal and you don't like the metal that's been made now, listen to Metallica, listen to Iron Maiden, listen to AC/DC. Get used to the guitar sound, get used to the heavy guitar sound that Metallica uses. Get used to the screaming, get used to well, not really screaming, but like the heavy vocal chords. Get used to the drums, and then make your way up to more heavy stuff. And you'll get there eventually. But it's great. I love it so much. It's a huge part of my life. I mean, I've literally, metal has been in my life since I was just like 3 years old. So it's been a huge part of my life. Yeah, I can't live without it. Anyways, if you all enjoyed this one, like I'm gonna link the video down below. Heavy metal is great. Slayer!